Well, hello there, my sprinkles and sprinklets. How you doing today? We've got Bloons 2D Battles. We've got a special video for you because this is a tutorial video. Normally, I've been doing a lot of challenge videos and just kind of pushing my balloon knowledge to the limit. But now we're not gonna go crazy with this stuff. We're just gonna kind of go back to the basics and make sure people know what the heck is going on. Make sure people can end up winning games if that's what they want to do. If you're all about trying to be the best Bloons 2D player that you can be, this is a good video for you. So, before we get in the game, I gotta mention a few things really quick. The first thing is this is, again, just a defensive tutorial. So all we're gonna do all day today is just defend. We're not even gonna go for any rushes. Even if we see extreme openings in their defense, I'm not even going to rush them. We're just gonna try and defend anything they send against us. And even if they don't send anything out against us, at least we'll have enough defense to survive anything that they do send out against us. That's kind of the plan here. Of course, we're going to be playing on assault mode, though. I'm not going to play on defense mode and show you guys how to defend. We're going to defend on assault mode. So there's two types of balloons that get sent out against you, right? There are natural balloons, which come out every single round. They're always the same. They'll never change, unless Kiwi makes a huge, humongous update or something like that. Anyways, I think the game's a little bit messed up right there. And then there are the scent balloons. So the scent balloons are the main thing that you have to worry about. There's very, very big, hard rushes to defend that people will send out against you. And, oh, would you look at that? Haha, there's a fake master of. That's funny. So what we need to do is we're going to get 3 main towers every single game, no matter what. I highly recommend if you're trying to do if you're really, really trying hard, these are the 3 main towers to get. The Dart Monkey, the Submarine, and this level is probably the worst level for it, but I'm still going to do it. It's the farm. I'll still go for it. We got the farm, and then I got a lucky little engineer buddy over here, which, just get the random tower. You know, if you need him, you can always use him if you just feel like supporting your stuff. Hey, go right ahead. It'll probably help you out. So I love being on the right side when I'm playing this map. Sadly, I don't get to do that today because it makes the farming just a little bit easier, but we are going to farm, even though it's kind of weird. We'll get a farm over here, and then get a quick submarine. So the biggest problem that I see with people is they think, oh my god, I lost 1 life. Oh my god, I lost 7 lives. It's terrible. Wrong. Don't think like that at all. Get that out of your brain. Just delete it right now because it's stupid. Alright? Lives, for the most part, especially in the early game, do not matter. Do not make them matter a bunch. Obviously, losing 120 lives in the first 3 rounds is a bad idea. But other than that, you shouldn't have a lot of big problems. So what we're going to do is go for airburst darts. So there's 2 main towers that I always recommend to every single person who's trying to do a good defense. Alright, there's 2 of them. The 0-3 Dart Monkey and the 0-2 Submarine. Alright, highly recommend them. Of course, you know, upgrading to a 2-3 Dart Monkey is pretty important eventually, and upgrading to a 2-2 Submarine is obviously another thing that's fairly important eventually. But to start off the game, or just to get going, to get some popping power, the best things that you can get are a 0-2 Submarine and a 0-3 Dart Monkey. Put that in your brain because you need to start using them more than you probably do. So if you're noticing the bananas are kind of flying off the screen right now, like I said, this kind of upsets me, but like I have to pick up the bananas. And like I do an okay job at it, it's just I have to really pay attention to when they fly off the screen instead of actually paying attention to the balloons as much as I really want to. So once we get a nice little Dart Monkey in here, or excuse me, not Dart Monkey, a nice little Submarine Monkey in here, we're just gonna wait it out. You know, once you get a 0-2, you can wait out until probably round 8 or so. So there's a few hard levels that you're going to have a really, really hard time on. You know, you've got round 8, round 10, round 12, and 13. So there's 4 rounds that you really, really have to watch out for. They will probably end up killing you a lot. Round 8 is a big yellow rush or a big regrow yellow rush. Those are very, very problematic. They can easily kill a lot of people who are just going farm economy and not actually building enough defense. And then there is round 10, which is lead balloons, which you have to make sure you have enough lead popping power. Round 12, which is camo balloons. And round 13, which is regrow rainbows and regrow zebras. Probably the biggest level, the hardest level for most people is level 13, regrow rainbows. Extremely, extremely hard to pop. And I might eventually make a tutorial on how to defeat regrow rainbows. I've done that in the past, but I think most people probably forgot about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start getting another submarine over here. We're going to get a submarine right here, and we're going to get him up to a nuclear submarine. So we're going to go like that, man. We're going to submerge this bad boy. Oh, yeah, fancy that, man. And we're going to get the nuclear submarine. Woo! we've got the reactor. So, like, I don't know if you guys realize this, but the bananas are flying all over the place. I have not been picking up all the bananas, and it hurts my economy just a little bit. Sometimes I'd recommend going for balloon economy a little bit more on this one, but, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. So we've got airburst darts pretty much all over the place. We've got, let's put a submarine over here. We'll go airburst darts, some advanced intel, and all that good stuff. So you're wondering, like, I don't know if you, it's kind of hard to talk, because I'm trying to explain everything all at once, but like around 10, 11, 12, and 13 go like boom, 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 so it's really hard to explain everything that I want to say. But nonetheless, we're doing a fairly good job. We've got the nuclear submarine because he is fantastic grouped popping power. He does a fantastic job against grouped rainbows and all that good stuff. He's also camo detection, so that helps out a bunch, obviously. And then, so yeah, it's also lead popping power, so like it does 3 things that like all of the other submarines do not do, and that's why I highly recommend trying to get that 4th tier nuclear submarine. It's also not that expensive. So we're going to get another submarine over here. We're going to get him up to advanced intel and airburst darts as well. And that basically means that all over the screen, we can shoot everywhere. That's why it's cool that the submarines have advanced intel, and they can advanced intel each other. So now we have a pretty darn fantastic defense. What the heck is going to kill us? Even a mob coming out. No, it's not going to kill us. Are you kidding me? We've got airburst darts all over the place. So we're going to get another one of these submarines. I'm actually going to try and get him up to a nuclear submarine again. So we're going to go for another nuclear submarine. We'll at least submerge him for now. Even though he doesn't really do anything submerged besides do a little bit of extra camo detection. At least we can get ready for one of these guys. So now, obviously, there's a lot of rushes I can do against this guy. Pretty much any Moab, BFB, rush will probably end up killing him, but that's not the point of this. This is just to defend. So how do you guys like my defense so far? Do you think it's pretty good, pretty bad? Honestly, it would be a little bit tough to pop multiple BFBs at this point in the game. And this is where I'd start getting ready to do my rushes. You know, if I can't defend everything, I try and do a rush before my enemy rushes me. But overall, fantastic balloon popping power. Those 2 reactors, more than enough balloon popping power. In fact, we could easily stop infinite Rego rainbows. We could probably stop infinite, I don't even know, maybe even Rego ceramics. I'm not even sure. Probably, though. Honestly, I believe so. And then all these airburst darts submarines are hopefully going to be good enough against the BFBs. So if he does not rush us by round 22, I will indeed counter, or I'll just rush him right on back and hopefully take him down pretty darn easily with my $5,000 that I have built up in this farm in the top corner there. Now, some people might ask, like, oh, Chris, should you get all of these missile launchers? Not until late game. Like, I wouldn't recommend them right now. Not until not until probably round 22. But, you know, you could get it. You can feel free to get them if you have extra money and stuff. Go ahead and get these submarines. So again, our defense is frickin' fan-frickin-tastic. I see no big problems with our defense. I decided to get a missile just because. Just to show him off a little bit, man. He's also fairly good against Moabs as well. So this is basically the submarine defense. Alright, if you get any water levels, highly recommend the submarine defense. Get a nuclear reactor, get some airburst darts, maybe with advanced intel, especially if you can get them kind of spread out all over the map. You know, these guys can see all over the map, literally everywhere. And, you're easily going to defend everything. Really, really easily. Though this farm is fairly important. So it looks like he's not going to rush us. So we will just do a really quick kill rush. We're just going to go... Oh, the natural balloons might end up killing him anyways. Yeah. Pretty darn bad. He's down to 81 lives. 20 lives. Holy crapola. So we're just going to go for a triple BFB rush just to take him down, man. Just get rid of him. Just end the game right now. Even if he counter rushes us with a BFB or something, we can probably pretty darn easily take it down. We got a fantastic defense. I kind of hope he counter rushes me. I'll just use some battle energy really quick and just wipe it out. I'll feel good because not only did I set out a gigantic rush, I also defeated the counter rush on top of that. At least that's the plan for right now. Alright, he is going to go for some zebras against me, which is literally the worst rush that I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't need to use battle energy or anything. Even rainbows, even if they were regrows, it wouldn't be a big deal at all. We would have easily taken them. That was zebras and rainbows with the battle energy against us, but it was just no issues whatsoever. And we are going to win this game. Now, normally I'd say, oh, screw it, 9 minutes, but I want to make this a very, very solid video. I want to make sure you guys understand how to defend in all circumstances, alright? So we are going to try and defend on a land map. So I'll try and skip until I get some sort of land map, hopefully. And perfectly not a land map. So let's skip this map. It's not really a land map either, but I guess I could make it a land map. So I don't have any skips. I only have one skip left. So if it goes to a water map, I'd be... Oh, there she's going to skip it. Oh, this level sucks. I don't want to play that one. This is the worst map in the game. Oh, perfect. Hopefully they don't skip it on me. We got a dart monkey. You cannot use the submarine. Oh. Oh. So what do we want to use instead? Well, that's a good question. If you can't use submarines at all, there's so many things you can go for. But honestly, your best bet is probably either the balloon chipper or the cannon. All right. Late game would be balloon chipper. Mid-ish game would be cannon. That's probably the best way to go about, defeating most of these things. So again, farm, man. Get your farm money. If you can have enough money, you can easily defend literally everything. So the first thing we're going to do is get our farm. We're going to try and get, hopefully, 3, 4 farms, something around there, and then we'll start getting our dart monkeys up. So remember that the rule of thumb is approximately 103 dart monkey every 2 rounds. That's the guesstimate, the best guesstimate of what you should probably end up getting. So here we go. We'll get to our 0-3 dart monkey by round 2. Woo! Even on round 1, it doesn't even really matter. If you only keep a 0-0 dart monkey, who cares? It usually will make you lose only a few lives, if that. Now we're going to try and get another farm going, and then try and get another dart monkey for the pink balloons. Now, I want to mention that just because I'm defending doesn't mean that this is the only thing that you can do. You can, obviously, always pop into existence some random pinks and attack your enemies and stuff like that. That's definitely a good thing to do. So we're going to get another one of these dart monkeys, and we're going to get him up to 0-3, round 4. Get another 0-3 dart monkey. If this guy rushed me with pinks all over the place, yeah, we might have lost some lives, but at least I would have had a nice economy, and I would have gotten the dart monkeys before it caused billions of lives of damage or anything like that. No, billions of dollars, no, that's definitely not what we want. This guy's doing pretty much a copy strategy of me. Jessica. I wonder if this is Jessica from who always comments on my videos, because her name's spelled with the triple A's at the end. That would be pretty fun. Because she's always very nice in the comments and everything. Alright, so we're already in round 6, and you know what? Normally I'd build another dart monkey, but they're just going hardcore farms right now, so we need to just hardcore farm even more than them. Screw the 3 dart monkeys. If they're not going to rush us, I'm not going to do it. Yet, man. But we just got to keep in mind that if they do start rushing us with anything, we're going to have to, do some pretty quick micro actions. If you're not very good with micro, which is obviously just doing things in the game, building things fast enough, building farms fast enough, using the battle energy at the right time and all that stuff. If you're not good at that stuff, and you're just a very good strategist, well, strategize, saving some money so you can get the 0-3 dart monkeys if you need to. So we're gonna get, well, let's just keep on going with the flow, man. We're going to get even more farms. We're going to go crazy with this. We've got technically like 2 more farms than them, which is definitely a solid thing to get. But we have to start getting ready for level 10. Level 10 is a very, very tough level. We need to get a Juggernaut. So that is, remember, when the leads come out. So you got to make sure you have enough lead popping power, which is literally, we had the perfect amount of money. And we're going to put him on last as well. Strong, last, usually not close or first for the Juggernaut, depending on the situation. But we've got a nice Juggernaut now, and what we can do is make sure that we have a second Juggernaut. So we're going to get a second Juggernaut for level 13, because that is a really, really hard level to survive in a lot of situations. So, ooh, it's getting a little bit laggy right now. Oh no. Hope nobody's internet connection's going bad. But there we go. We got the Juggernaut going. I'm also going to get a little bit of camera detection in here. We're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2. We're going to get a few more 2-3 dart monkeys, just to make sure that we can defend. Oh, they are going to go for it. They're going to go for the rush against me. This is a pretty hefty rush. I need to make sure that I can defend it, so we're going to keep on building a bunch of 2-3 dart monkeys. I did end up having to use the battle energy to survive the thing. Well, I'm not sure if I needed it, but I would much rather go for it than not go for it. So on this land map, I recommend a 3-0 cannon. It's just a big, juicy... Oh no, too many bananas all over the place, man. Oops, I sent out a balloon. Chris, you're such a dude. There we go, we've got the cannon. We're going to get a 0-3 cannon. We're going to hit him on close. So this person's defense is quite bad, actually. I think they sold their farms for that Rigo Rainbow Rush, which is a very, very bad choice for them. We easily defended it, pretty much no issues whatsoever, and now they have no money left, so now we can just kind of roll with what we have at the moment, which is more money than them and a pretty darn good defense. We can just survive longer than them. So the next hard level is probably round 18. And honestly, our defense is pretty much set up for that. So there's two different ways to defend anything beyond round 18. The fancy way to do it with the Dart Monkeys is by getting a Super Monkey fan club. That's the fancy way to do it. There is also the way of just building a lot of stuff. Whatever you want to build, 2 or 3 Dart Monkey, mix it up with a couple of those guys and a couple Juggernauts, and you are totally set. Totally set. Nothing's going to get through that defense. Even right now, I feel fairly safe against Moabs with, currently what I have, and not even using battle energy, I don't think. I don't know, I would probably use it just to be on the safe side, but I probably don't need it, you know? So we've got a bunch of farms going on in here, and we're going to get a little bit more defense in here. Like I said, I don't want to get too greedy and then end up losing my game just because I'm a greedy son of a gun. I'm only going around 22 anyways. I'm just going to go for a full-out rush and kill them in any way possible. But I kind of hope that they rush me. If they go for a really, really big BFB rush or something, we can easily, hopefully, take it down and then just finish them off after that. Or maybe even the natural balloons will finish them off after that. So we've got a bunch of Dart Monkeys. I'm going to kind of mix in here a few random Juggernauts. I'm a big fan of Juggernauts for balloons and a big fan of Super Monkeys for Moabs. And kind of the Dart Monkeys, the 0-3 Dart Monkeys are just kind of good for everything, you know what I mean? So they're actually starting to lose to the natural balloons, actually. Starting to. It doesn't look like they actually lost anything, but it's getting close. And the bananas are just rolling in here, man. Rolling. Get a few more of these bad boys. Uh-oh, the lead's getting pesky on them. They only have one little wizard over there. Woo! Dude, they might end up losing to the naturals. Oh, there's the Moabs coming out against me. A big rush of Moabs, but honestly, it's not going to be a big deal at all. And we are just going to straight up rock these guys. Again, battle energy needed, maybe, probably not, though. And we are going to take them down. They're trying to battle energy these balloons, but they're just going to get overwhelmed by the balloons, and we easily defend. In fact, no lives lost on top of that. So, in the end, let's just talk about what just happened here, guys. Defending. Important part of the game. Oftentimes, if you defend, the other person will lose because you just never die. They'll try and rush you, they'll run out of money, they'll run out of things, they'll try and go for all-out rushes by even selling things, so they end up losing because they sold all their towers to try and kill you with stuff, and you can just battle energy and just insta-kill it. But overall, remember 2 towers. Don't feel afraid to mix them either. Mixing them is actually a very, very good way to do it. In fact, I don't have enough time to go through and mix all these guys and find a perfect map to mix them. But 0-2 submarines, very, very efficient early game starting tower. 0-3 Dart Monkeys, very, very efficient tower. Mix them in with a few of those guys. They can do everything all game. They can pop balloons. They can get into boa popping power. You'll get so many of them that they'll literally be grouped popping power because you have so many of them. It just insta-kills balloons as soon as it sees them. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys learned something along the way. The next video will be, of course, a rushing tutorial. I wouldn't say an advanced rushing tutorial, but we'll do a rushing tutorial to show you guys what kind of good rushes you should do to make sure you're killing people in an efficient way. So thanks for watching and have a super duper delicious day.